Well, my name is Meredith Bell. I'm the host for this session, and I'm delighted to be able to introduce the two folks who will be with us today. We're going to have a presentation first and save questions for the end. So feel free to enter your questions into the question box, and I'll be checking those at the end of the session. Welcome everyone to how to build practical AI for SMBs with Zoho tools. And our speakers today are Anton Tchernikovsky and Neeta Sangha. Welcome, Anton and Neeta.
Thank you so
So
much.
glad to have you with us today. Let me give a quick introduction and then you can jump into your presentation. Anton is the co-founder and chief technology officer at Customerization Inc., a Canadian consultancy helping small and mid-sized businesses in North America modernize their operations with smart use of cloud technology and automation. With over 15 years of experience bridging business needs and technology solutions, Anton specializes in guiding organizations through digital transformation journeys that are practical, scalable, and secure. He's passionate about making enterprise grade tools accessible to SMEs. Neeta Sangha is the sales manager at Customerization with 18 years experience in real estate sales before joining the company. Again, I'm going to go through their presentation first and we'll answer questions in the Q&A afterwards. So you can enter comments into the chat as we go and be generous with your emojis as they make statements that resonate with you. And then we'll be glad to answer questions at the end. So I'll turn it over to you both now.
So I just wanted to welcome you all to the workshop. And we decided to talk about AI agents today because we find that there's a lot of interest in this area, and we wanted to talk a little bit about what Zoho has available. We are Customerization, and we're a Zoho Premium Partner. And I'm going to let Anton talk a little bit about the AI agents. Afterwards, if you want to get in touch, feel free to reach out. I will have our information in the link on the chat on the side.
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
that's perfect. So the goal of this session is really to show you an example how you can create today with the Zoho tools available today on the market an AI agent using our 6 steps framework. It's really a standard framework for AI agent. You know, for a couple of years or maybe a bit more, we talk a lot about AI. I think the goal of this session is to show you how you can do it step by step in a real tool. So it's a bit more practical rather than conceptual. Feel free to share your questions in the chat, in the question box, and we will address them at the end of the session. As we said, we are a partner of Zoho. Zoho it's one of the technologies available on the market, and it's a good fit for small and medium-sized businesses, and pretty popular one. So we are focusing on Zoho for this session, and specifically on Zoho AI Agents Studio, which is a new tool recently provided by Zoho. So first of all, maybe quickly let's cover what it means an AI agent and what's actually the difference between the agent and a bot that we used for maybe a decade or maybe more. So an AI agent is actually a digital worker or co-employee that we can have on our team that can provide a lot of information using different sources and generate some context and content, but the idea of an agent is that this agent can actually deliver tasks and take some actions and so on. So that's the main difference between a traditional bot and an AI agent. It also utilizes an LLM, the AI engine behind the scenes, so it can learn from the conversations and has a memory. And the main goal is to let this agent take over some tasks in our business. The tool that we're going to use is a ZIA Agent Studio. That's the tool provided by Zoho as a company. This studio allows us to create multiple agents in our organization. Different users or team members can create different agents, can share the agents. So it's a shared space for employees who have permissions to build agents, to create these agents and share with the team members. This is the main page of the studio. When we log into the studio, that's how it looks like. By the way, that's a real system, so it's literally the same page, just in a real environment. Here we can see the agents that we already created. We can have some information about the usage of this agent, and most importantly, we can create a new agent. And as you can see, we have a little box with the question, what do you want to automate with an AI? And the idea is that this platform allows us to provide some context about the agent we would like to build, and the system, actually an AI, will create at least a draft version of such an agent for us, right? For this session, we're going to do it actually from scratch. Without using an AI, we will build it step by step, but there are tools that can help you to do it faster with an AI assistance. In this environment, we can see that I already have several agents created. There is no rule how you name the agents. It's up to you. The main idea is that we can see all the agents created by our organization, by different users, not just by me. I can see my agents that I created personally. We can see some agents created by other team members. We can share them. So it's a workspace for agents in our organization, for our team, to create agents and collaborate on agents. So if we click create a new bot, a new agent, sorry, button, we're gonna see these two options: create from scratch, create with ZIA AI. ZIA AI it's an LLM model created by Zoho, based on a Llama model. It's a public model shared by Facebook or Meta, we should say. So the first step, and it's an important step, is to actually connect some brains, give some intelligence to our agent, new agent. So we will provide the agent description, what this agent is supposed to do. In our example, it's just a sales specialist to support our team with some sales operations and a deal pipeline management. We need to choose the LLM models, actually the AI models that we're going to utilize here. One option on the left side, on purpose, I have two screens here on this slide. We have an option to use Zoho LLM, Zoho AI, or we can use an OpenAI option as well, and the ChatGPT model as well. So the main point is we are not limited with Zoho tools, AI tools here. We can utilize a third-party AI providers as well. Right now, OpenAI is an alternative available in this platform, Going forward, Zoho are planning to onboard more and more AI vendors to this platform. So we will have this flexibility to choose between different AI engines. The second important field here is an agent resource role. It's important to provide here some information about this agent, what it's supposed to do. It's really important. It's not just a title. The AI aspect of this agent will take this input as an instruction of what it's supposed to do and what we expect this agent to do for us. So it's not just a title. It's really important to. It's like a prompt, so to say. It's important to be accurate here. Agent instruction, another important field. The more detailed and accurate instructions we provide to this agent, the more accurate and more productive this agent will be, and will be for us. So it's really important field, an important field to pay attention to. So once we define the brains, so to say, for our agent, the next step is to provide the agent with tools. So tools, it's a pretty common terminology for agents, for AI agents. Behind this terminology, the real task is to actually connect this agent to different systems. For example, if you are talking about a sales operation assistant, we need obviously to provide this agent with access to our CRM system. So technically, the way we do it, we connect this agent to different APIs, application programming interface. It's actually for not a very technical team members on the call. It's actually a way to connect programmatically to different applications and systems. Most of the modern systems and platforms have these tools, these API tools. So the goal is to really connect the agent to different systems that we need to utilize and we are planning to utilize. So it can read the data from these systems and also take actions and create some records and do some stuff within these systems. So here we can see that I already have several systems connected. My Zoho CRM, Zoho Click, it's like a Slack or Teams communication tool. We also have some other options. If I continue with the tools and create a new connection to a new tool, you can see that on the left side, we have a lot of different applications, mainly from Zoho environment that I can connect to. Going forward, we expect more and more applications to be available and more connectors to be available out of the box here. On the right side, we have another option, create from scratch. And actually, this means that we can connect this agent to any system, any platform that has a standard API, a REST API available. We can upload an API definition file, YAML file. I don't want to go to the technical aspects, but it's possible using this option to connect this agent to any standard API, to any standard, any systems that supports a standard API. So once we selected a system, let's say a CRM, we will see that we need to create connections, provide some credentials, and select some actions and API methods that we can utilize. For example, if it's a CRM, to get a lead records, to search for leads by phone. At least this list of methods that we see on the screen, this is a list provided by the Zoho CRM API. So actually, it's not something that the agent defines or we define. That's the list of methods and actions that are available in this specific API. In our example, it's a Zoho CRM API. So the first step was to connect the brains, to connect the LLM model. The second step was to connect some systems, tools. Now we reached the third step, which is actually providing our agent with our organizational context. Every company is different. The idea behind the organizational context is that we will train our agent how to behave based on our corporate policies, our knowledge base, our product catalog or service catalog, our procedures, our rules. So it operates within a certain set of rules and informational context, and not just as a general, some generic agent. So the way we do it, we actually create our knowledge base for this agent. We can upload some documentation, PDF files, and then the system will process these files. And actually what happens behind the scenes for more technical folks on this session, it's called embedding. The system transforms the text to a multidimensional format, which is utilized by AI, to a lot of numbers. But the main idea is that our AI model will be able to use this knowledge base and the information stored in these files. That's why we have this status column for every document I uploaded. And on purpose, I have different statuses here. So one document, we can see that it's green, ready. It means that the system has processed this document, and now the AI and the agent can use it. It happens that there are some errors or the document is still in progress. So there are different statuses for every document here. We can see the type of the information that we uploaded, whether it's a file, PDF file, or Word file. The system supports different formats. It's also important that this knowledge base can be utilized by some third-party tools. That's why we have this little screen with RAG API. Actually, we can provide access to our knowledge base to some other agents and external bots and agents and AI tools. But for now, I believe the main goal is to just upload as much information as needed as we can, and only focus on the information that we really need for the context. And one way to do it is uploading the file. The system allows us to upload information from additional sources like Zoho Work Drive. It's like a Google Drive or OneNote or OneDrive. So some online storage. We can connect some articles from our Zoho Learn platform, which is a Zoho learning management system. There is also a very nice option on the right side. We have a screen with a web scraping option, so we can provide some URL to a public page, and the system will learn, will scrap this page and will learn um, the context of this page and will add it to the knowledge base. For example, if we have a website with our a list of products or a Q&A page, we can just provide the URL here and the system will do the rest. So that was the third step in the process. Now we are heading to step number 4, define some guardrails. As of now, Zoho takes care of this step, and we just see a couple of boxes here to make sure that our agent behaves based on some standards that we have, so it doesn't provide some wrong attitude, so to say, and utilizes the right language. We can expect that going forward, we will have more and more tools and configurable settings to define these guardrails to make sure that the communication is aligned with our standards and we don't really create some unplanned responses. So the next step number 5, actually testing and fine-tuning the agent. It's really important to mention this step because all AI projects and all AI tools, they are a bit different compared to the classic software that we are used to, business software. In the classic business software, we typically create some design of some system. We know what the system is supposed to do. We develop the system and it works based on predefined set of rules and processes and some logic. With AI, there's a lot of iterations and a lot of fine-tuning involved. We try something, we see the result, we rephrase our prompt, we change some configuration, we update our knowledge base and improve the results. So it's a very different type of project and configuration. A lot of configuration rounds and enhancements and fine-tuning. So it's really important to have a tool to test our agent, to make it better and to fine-tune it. So in this example, you can see that I tried, I asked the agent to list the 5 latest leads, obviously from my CRM system. I got the result. We are very, very flexible with what we can ask for. Another example is asking for some action. You can see here on the right side, I asked the agent to create a task for a certain lead record owner to follow up with this lead in 5 days. And actually, the agent created this task for me. So I don't really need to go to CRM, to open a record, create a task. It's all done here in one request. And that's the main difference between AI agents and just the bots that can provide information, but don't really create any new data or tasks or activities. You can imagine that you can ask the agent to send emails if it's connected to our email service, to send proposals, to answer some requests. So there's a lot of capabilities behind this functionality and skills. So that's the main benefit of using an AI agent. So before we publish this agent, we can test it, we can fine tune it, we can reconfigure some tools, update the knowledge base. And the idea is to just make it better and make sure that we are satisfied with the result before we publish this agent within our company, or maybe it's a customer facing agent. So it's really important to test it very well. So the last step in the process, step number 6, is actually deployment or publishing of this agent. This system provides us with different options to publish this agent on different channels. One of the most popular channels within Zoho ecosystem is Zoho Click. Zoho Click, it's a collaboration tool like Teams in Microsoft or um, some other tools. So the idea is to have a channel which will be actually utilized by the agent and all the employees. So here is an example of publishing this agent in Click. I select the platform and then I will have it published within my Zoho Click environment as one of the conversations. Like we have this SOS chatbot just created by me in this agent studio, AI agent studio. So as you can see, it's like a virtual colleague here, virtual employee, team member. I can communicate with this team member. I can ask questions, receive answers, ask to do something. So that's how it looks like when it's published in Zoho Click environment. So that's the last step in the process. Feel free to, we can go through the questions and I am happy to answer any questions that we have so far in the chat. Feel free to bring them. Thank you. Meredith, back to you.
I'm muted, sorry. Thank you. That was so informative. And it's just fascinating to think about what the capabilities are today. So I had a question about some of the ways that your customers are using this powerful tool. What kinds of agents are they creating and what kind of tasks are they having them perform? I think that would be really valuable for our attendees to get a sense of what the possibilities are so they can really imagine how they could use a tool like this.
Yeah. So what we see as of now, and I'm sure it will be changing over time because more and more business functions onboard these tools. But as of now, we see a lot of companies invest in agents in sales and marketing areas. For example, to address some sales inquiries, some to take care of some leads, even with some voice channels. There are examples when a voice channel is connected to an agent behind the scenes, and the communication is done by the agent. So sales area and marketing area, it's one of the popular functions. Another good example is customer service, addressing some customer service tickets, customer cases. So everything around customer service. Take some actions, create tasks for different team members based on a ticket or classification of the ticket or surveillance of the ticket. So a lot of different scenarios in customer service. And the third very strong area that is developing right now is HR. everything about HR, supporting the employees on one hand, and also taking care of the candidates and recruitment on the other hand. So to different aspects of HR. Um, it's also a very popular direction
Thank you.
on the
Well,
market right now.
I'm guessing a number of our attendees would be very interested in knowing more about the sales and marketing side. You know, when we think about startups, especially, you know, growing companies, it's just not possible to hire full-time employees to perform some of these really critical roles. I'm curious, Anita, in your interactions with clients, what are some of the needs that you're hearing about, and how are you able to help them with your tool?
So I find, firstly, can everyone hear me? Because I've been
Yes,
having some mic issues.
yes,
Um,
loud and clear.
okay, thank you guys for the patience. So I have clients often who ask about things like creating automated um, workflows where the AI agent kind of answers emails for them, deals with certain, menial tasks that they don't want to have to keep doing these manual things. They want to have the chatbot do those, or not the chatbot, but the AI agent, respond to those concerns or the basic things that, are just tedious workflows that they want the agents to do instead. So it really saves some time. I haven't so much heard the sales piece, but also most people aren't coming to me for sales and marketing. Most of the time, when people are getting in touch with me, they want to talk about, how to optimize their workflows for their business.
Mm,
And those places usually it's it's not going to be a company that's one or two employees. It's going to be a company that's actually a little bit established, and they're kind of looking to get to that next step and get their business, further optimized. So
mhm,
it's a little bit different in my role, I think.
mhm.
But maybe a good example from a current project that we have in the US. Have a company that we are building an agent that supports the sales reps in the company, and actually helps them to get prepared to meetings and actually plan the meetings with customers. For example, list the customers that we haven't been meeting for months in this area and that area, and plan the visits for this specific trip. And based on the products that we would like to offer, suggest the sales materials that we should utilize and book meetings. This type of things that will not replace the sales representatives, but will support them and will, provide them with much
Yeah,
more
Exactly.
that's
productive tools
wonderful.
and
Yeah,
capabilities.
just thinking about all the time that can be saved
So
by
much potential. Yeah.
ah, yeah, it's kind of endless. I'm looking to see, one person had asked, you mentioned something I'm not seeing anything in the chat or in the handouts. Was there something besides how they could connect with you? I know you had put that in earlier,
Oh, yeah, I
in the
did. I
chat.
put it in the chat. I added my phone number and my email there, but I can
Okay,
just verbally say it as well if that's useful.
sure. That way it's in the recording too.
Yeah, so you can reach me at Neeta, so Nita at customerization.ca, or you can reach me at 647-331-3631. It is in the chat bot on the side, but if you need to get in touch, feel free and I can help you anytime.
Meet you. And I did want to also mention that customization is one of the sponsors of this summit. And we want to thank you for that participation and really encourage people to get in touch with you and check out what your offerings are. Because I think we've only touched on just a small part today of what's possible. I'm curious, what do you see as some of the applications coming in the future? Anton, you mentioned these three core areas that are very hot right now or coming into demand. What else do you see as possibilities going forward?
We do see, first of all, the trend for the next year is to connect agents to agents. So imagine you have one agent taking care of some aspect of your business or serving your customers or your partners, and another agent that can communicate with your agent. And that's the trend on the market. There are some protocols how the agents can communicate with each other. So that's the focus, I would say, of the next year, upcoming year. So we will see more and more agents talking to each other, so to say, right? That's one direction. Also, voice is more and more popular. Voice as a channel. So, you know, AI as a voice, so I can talk to AI, but behind saying AI, it's actually an agent, AI agent. It's just the channel. Instead of chatting with this agent, as we saw in my presentation, using some a chat in a Zoho Click or on Teams in Microsoft, we can talk to this agent. It's just a different channel if you think about it. By the end of the day, it's the same agent, just different channel of communication, voice. So it's no, there are more and more very robust platforms with a good quality of voice AI available on the market. So it becomes more and more popular. Another area which is pretty strong, maybe not for agents, but generally for AI, is analytics. More and more reports, dashboards, insights using our data will come from AI. A lot of customers will invest in a AI based on data or analytics. So you don't need to create your report or your dashboard; it will be created by AI for you. So we can just ask some questions and for some insights, and we will get it. It's also evolving very fast. So really a lot of different business areas and business functions.
Oh, go ahead,
Sorry.
Neri.
Well, I wanted to mention how Anton, I won't mention the name, but there was this company that was working with us, and they were asking for a lot of their whole process to be done through AI. So, like their inventory management, a whole bunch of different pieces. And it was really cool to see the complex solutions that they were able to create for this business, where they were able to essentially have AI do all of their inventory. Am I correct, Anton? Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Some operational aspect of the business. Some customers use AI for customer service and booking appointments. It's also a very popular direction right now. So instead of talking to a person, to a human being, you can just talk to AI, and the AI will take care and schedule an appointment for you, right? Based on calendars, availability, type of service, and so on. So it's also part of a service, customer service, but it's a strong part. An example from last week, mortgage brokers receive a lot of payments from different lenders, and instead of checking the payments and the reports manually, now they're going to utilize your AI to review and approve and process the reports provided by the lenders, payment reports. Right? Another example how you can optimize your operational side of the business,
and also, like,
and not
if
just
you look
sales
at
or
that
marketing.
sales piece, how much time as a sales professional is wasted on trying to get that appointment or connect with someone who's, because we get tons of people reaching out, right? So many people reach out every day. And sometimes a lot of them aren't even aligned with our business and aren't even really the right customer for us. And to have a chatbot be able to take care of that piece would be amazing, right? Because then it would just lessen the amount of time that you're making these random phone calls or trying to connect with some person who maybe on their end is also an AI agent. So you're actually not even really connecting with the person, so it would be a lot nicer to have those kind of wasted time managed, right?
No, go ahead.
And
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Meredith. Yeah, your
Yeah.
example, Neeta, it's a lead qualification if it's inbound, leads and some inquiries from potential customers. So it's a very popular function to run some pre-qualification or qualification process using an AI agent. And another good example is some outbound um, activities based on AI agent. I'm sure you already get some calls, phone calls, and emails from an AI agents. It already happens when someone calls you, but it's not a human being. You can quickly understand it. I'm sure there will be a regulation around it. It's coming, but it's another example of using AI
Yeah,
agent
that's
for
really
marketing.
something. Agents calling
Some of,
agents.
sometimes they sound really human now. Some of them
Yeah.
sound really, really human, and you have to really pause.
Yes. We have another question that's just come in. How do I add my own data, like from another app, to a Zoho agent? What's the best way?
Yeah, so the best way is to connect your system or the source of the data as a tool using using API, as we discussed. One of the steps to connect the tools. So to create to connect your system, which is a source of truth for this data, as a tool, if it's possible, if it has an API, REST API. If it's not available, then to export this data to some files and upload these files to your knowledge base in the agent and use it as part of your knowledge base. So a couple of options
I'm curious, thinking about outbound, because I can't think of a company that wouldn't like to have more outbound sales in terms of outreach and really contacting the ideal clients. How do you envision some of the methodologies for the outbound sales? For example, would they be able to try to connect with people on LinkedIn, or send messages to first level connections on LinkedIn or other social media platforms?
Yeah, it's one of the options. However, with LinkedIn, there are pretty strict rules what you can do with LinkedIn and what you can't. LinkedIn, as LinkedIn, they limit our like users to export data and utilize data, even with the LinkedIn Navigator, which is a sales tool provided by LinkedIn. We have some limits, but generally as a concept, yes, a lot of first contacts of outbound outreach can be done by the agent. I personally believe in a combination of a human being and an agent at some point in a sales process. So we believe at customerization in approach when we can actually combine a personal touch with a human being with another agent on a call or involved in the process, which is actually an AI agent. So the AI agent can make sure that we didn't miss anything we need to know, that we covered all the aspects of the sales process, for example. But at the same time, there is a human being talking to the customer, which we all like, right, by the end
sort
of
of
the
like
day.
a sales coach on the side. If you've trained the
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
agent in all these different sales things, I'm thinking especially of someone that's fairly new in sales that might really benefit from having that real-time coach during a conversation. To have that reference would be ideal, and that would be true for somebody in customer service as well. That's great. Oh, this is so
100%.
interesting and fascinating. Thank you so much for the work that you all are doing and what you're providing in the service you're doing through your company, because I assume you're using the Zoho platform, but you're providing a lot of the consulting services to help the customers with implementation. Is that right?
Yeah, 100%. That's what we do. We help customers to implement Zoho technology and actually to configure it according to their needs and goals, right? Because you can get much more out of the system if it's configured correctly
So
based
much
on your
more.
needs and
If they're going
your
to
processes.
invest in that technology, it makes sense then to accelerate their learning process and really find out how to most effectively use it, which is what your expertise is all around. So thank you again. I don't think we have any other questions. Is there
Right.
anything else you've thought of that you'd like to share before we close?
No, I think
we
we're
are good.
great.
Neeta,
Yeah,
anything on your end?
so honored to be here and very happy to be able to do this presentation. So thank you so much, and we're really happy to have had this opportunity.
Well, thank you. It was fascinating. David, you wanted to say something?
Very quickly as we close, I'd say thank you all for being a sponsor. You made this event possible for hundreds. Actually, we've had thousands of people register for the event, and hundreds, have participated. So thank you all for being a sponsor and sharing your insights with the community as well. Thank you very much.